future singer, a teacher, and a mentor, and yeah, welcome.
Thank you for joining us. Right off top, can you give us an Edwin Clayton story?
Edwin, E.Dot. So a very funny story that I have about E.Dot is we always like telling jokes on each other or whatever, like always like roasting each other and shit. And this nigga, like in the wintertime, like I saw him one night, and he was fat. Then the next night I saw him and he had like a big scar across his forehead, like a real big scar. And he was hurt in other ways too. And I'm like, E.Dot, what happened to you? And he was like, I got pistol whipped. I got pistol whipped. But every time he would say it, he would say it in like a way so I knew he was lying. And I had to ask everybody, was he lying? Because I was very concerned. I'm like, where you was at? So I got pistol whipped on the west side. Whole time, I believed it for a little while, sort of. I was very worried for him. But I kept asking him, and I kept asking the people around him, and they didn't know either, basically. So comes to find out, and this is what his sister told me. She was like, girl, he wasn't pistol whipped. He failed. So he was drunk as hell and he failed. I don't know if he was trying to climb a gate or something, but I just know it was snow outside. I'm like, nigga, why are you climbing gates? Like, why are you climbing gates? You lit or whatever. But it took a while for him to admit that he didn't get pistol whipped on the west side. But in fact, his ass was turned so much that he failed. That's a funny Edwin Clayton story.
Okay.
That I had.
What was funny is you did the Shawan. You looked exactly like Shawan.
I know. She was like, girl, he ain't get me.
Okay. What inspires your work? Why do you do what you do? Of all the things you can be in the world, what makes you do what you do now?
I come from a very troubled past. And back in the day, I would just write about it. I would write like hate letters, I would write bad shit in like a journal and a diary. And when I wrote that, it kind of just evolved me into being a writer. I actually didn't want to perform. Like, I've been performing now for about 3 years, but I never really wanted to perform. It all started when, I was working at a youth center, a youth media center up north, and this dude signed me up for the open mic, and I started to, after that, I just started to perform.
What was the guy's name?
His name is Hyde.
Okay.
And he's a real dope poet, and he also a rapper. And he signed me up for the open mic, and I have been performing ever since then. And then, being at the corner, stuff like that. Yeah.
Shout out Gang 8458.
8458.
Alright, that's a good transition. We're interviewing you for a feature that you have. Can you tell us more about your feature that you have?
Yes, on July the 20th. That's a Friday. I will be featured here at Corner 52 at 8:45. Actually, it starts at 8, but I think that the open mic sign is like 8:45. And it's a $7 entry. And they have like a bar, and they have like really beautiful faces and very good vibes. So I'll be featuring here on the 20th.
Okay. Who are your influences?
My biggest influence, I feel like everybody know this shit that's around me, is Tupac. I love Tupac. Tupac and his motivational speaking and like his raps helped me through a lot in my past. It helped me through a lot. Like not really having somebody to talk to, or just being somebody that I just felt very alone. I had siblings, but they were, they were scattered around. Cause black people be fucking. Anyway, so Tupac, he influenced me. Shit, I feel like this nigga raised me almost like a spirit guide, and I say that sometimes. Like when I post them on my social media, I'm like, happy birthday to my spiritual mentor type shit. So Tupac, DMX, I listen to DMX a lot. Like my daddy, we used to go on trips to Memphis, and he used to play nothing but DMX. And I just thought it was so dope how his storytelling is on point. And he also was a great actor, and he was very passionate, and I love to hear. He kind of represents, like, I don't know, I feel like as artists, we are really just voices for the people coming up who can't articulate as well as we can. I feel like we're really just the voices for the voiceless.
I think I kind of had to realize that and why it becomes important for me on a personal level to release music, because it's kind of what you said. Like, I've had mentors that I've never met, kind of thing. Like, I was walking around reading Jay-Z lyrics when I was in high school. I was, like, Kanye, I felt like spoke to me in some ways for me.
Oh, Kanye.
Yeah. It was
Kanye.
I like the new Kanye too. He's kind of out there. I can't relate to all of it, but he's still very much, in my mind, that same energy of don't be conventional. Push the limits, make people ask questions, make people have conversations. So from that standpoint, I still appreciate Kanye. That's actually how me and Wahla ended up getting cool talking about Kanye, because she felt like he owed somebody something. I was like, man, you don't owe nobody shit. Kanye can do Kanye because he's fucking Kanye. But I mean, yeah, nah, I understand that. I agree with saying Stevie Wonder for me is a huge one. Steely Dan, some random shit. But yeah, I understand that. And I appreciate that you recognize as an artist, like, you're kind of a voice for someone else. Once you release your art, it's like the world's. People are going to interpret it how they want to, they're going to make of it what they want to. So you put it out there and it's kind of there for the people.
Right, you're a vessel, you know?
So, you recently released a project.
Yes.
Let's talk about it, man.
The project that I just released, I released it on June the 8th. It's called Negro Heart 2. So Negro Heart 2 is just a follow-up of Negro Heart 1. And Negro Heart, to me, it's about, like, Black love experiences, but it's also about like the heart of Black people. But then it's also about you know, having a Black heart. And the difference between Negro Heart 1 and Negro Heart 2 is, for Negro Heart 1, it was really about really bad love experiences, or being hurt a lot in love. But Negro Heart 2 is really about, like, ooh, finding new love, wanting to be loved. It talks about my friendships, and it, yeah. So it's just like the renewal process. It's like after heartbreak, after heartache, after all that, the bad things that comes along with lost love is redemption. So.
Nice. Okay, on the specific level, like, are there features on the album? Who does your production? Like, how does it come about?
It's a lot of features. Well, not a lot, but like 4, I think. So the last song on the album is called E.Dot, and it's featuring the Crystal Stones. And I have a band we call Michelle and the Crystal Stones. And yeah, so the Crystal Stones are featured on that last song. We did that all live. None of it was, you know, none of it was really like computerized or whatever, other than like the recording process, of course. And I have a song called Dizzy featuring Zen Wavy. She dope as fuck.
Absolutely. She's featured with us before also.
Yeah, Zen is amazing. Who else is featured? Retro Gibson is featured on Clouds. And he's one of the best rappers I have ever fucking met in my life. Who else? Who else is featured? Think about it. I can't fully remember who else is featured right now. But my drummer, Tommy Carroll, and my DJ Scully, they created a lot of the instrumentals for the tape. So we all like would get together sometimes and, like, you know, do drugs or drink or whatever, and like just create things.
Do drugs.
Just create things. So the the songs that we made together, we basically make the songs all together, and basically the stuff that we made together was done last summer, and I had just been sitting on the beats. I've been sitting on it for a while, and I'm like, my beats don't fucking sell my beats. Like, I'm gonna rap on these, just give me some time, you know. Once I like figured out what I wanted to do in my mind, I was just like, alright, it's time to rap. I recorded a lot of it at Haven Studios. It's on like 47th and King Drive. Is owned by Ad2. And Ad2, so basically, it's called Haven Studios. He's a mentor, and it's like a non-for-profit. So it was a pretty lit process getting to work with Ad2, because he's also an amazing rapper himself, and he's done like really big things with different people, whatever, like Common, and
I think it was Rhapsody.
he has Rhapsody on one of his songs. Yeah.
I got a couple of his songs on my playlist.
Yeah, so he let me slide, and he helped me record. Like he helped in the process, and he was teaching me about like not Fruity Loops, but like, what is it called? Pro Tools. Like he was teaching me about Pro Tools and stuff like that. So shout out to Ad2.
You have anything, Wahla? Any questions?
Oh, for sure. What's a good question I can ask? Because you're a very interesting person. So, like, where do you? Because I earlier you said that you didn't want to perform and things like that. So now that you're performing, you have a band, you have this music out. Where do you see yourself for like by the end of this year? Like, where are like some of your goals for music-wise and things like that?
Ooh. By the end of the year, at the end of the year, we're gonna go on tour. But it's only gonna be like, it's probably just gonna be like a week worth of touring. We'll go.
Don't say
It's only gonna be like a week worth. Oh, my bad. It's only gonna be like a week worth of touring, but we're gonna hit all the southern states and stuff like that, like Atlanta, Arkansas. Like we already basically booked for these shows and stuff, and that's what's up. So I see myself doing that by the end of the year. I want to release like another project by the end of the year. I have a lot of stuff going on. I'm also going to release a book. I don't know if it's going to be by the end of the year though. So yeah, it's a lot of shit going on. Did I answer your question?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of shit going on. Do you mind saying how old you are? Or is that you don't have to.
She quick to call a motherfucker old too.
Let's just say that I grew up watching all that. I'm not gonna say my age.
Okay, that's fine.
It feels so rude not looking at you and looking at the camera while you're asking me questions. I feel so rude. Okay.
Okay, you don't have to, cause the only reason I asked, I'm 28, and I know that I look young and I've done so much. So when I meet other people, whatever, but nonetheless, so that's awesome. So as you guys go on this tour, are you like basically like bootstrapping? Like this coming out of y'all pocket, like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as we have it planned now, it's gonna come out of our pocket, but shit, ain't no telling what's gonna happen. You know?
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of people, and opportunities be coming to me. I be blessed up. I be blessing people, and I be blessed up myself. So I'm glad that you asked that question, because I do think that people will sponsor us or something. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta put it in motion, manifest it.
Oh, for sure. I do media management, but we can talk about that later. My other question.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. I do a little bit of everything myself, so I appreciate women who do for themselves. Now, for your band, who's all in your band? As far as like, is it mostly men? Is it mostly women? Is it a collective?
It's crazy. It's all white men.
Really? Please explain that. What's the name of your project?
Negro Heart 2.
Negro Heart 2. How does having that demographic of people behind you work with your music?
Like, can they say the title? Is it cool for them to say the title out loud?
Yeah, they can say Negro Heart. They can say Negro. Like that's really just a color, you know. Negro is a color, and hell yeah. But they very respectful to me. Like even though they are white, like they respectful to me and my wishes. They don't. I'll go crazy. So they not gonna say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they respect me, and I respect them in that same way. Did I answer your question?
No, for sure. And I got one last one. My last question to you would be, because we were speaking earlier off camera about the mantra of black women. So with the mantra of Black women and what you're doing right now, how does the two play a part? And can you say the mantra?
The mantra is, fuck it, I'll do it on my own. Man, I've been disappointed a lot. And like, I teach teens on the west side, and they has handled disappointment very well. That's because they've been disappointed before. And, you know, of course, a coping mechanism, not a coping mechanism, but like a defense mechanism is when you're so self-reliant because you know motherfuckers gonna let you down. I try to ease up on out of that. People help me all the time. People try to help me all the time. But I'm always helping. I'm always pouring into others too. So I think the thing is you gotta find a balance because you can't do it all on your own. So my bandmates, they help me out. They'll do free shows and stuff. Like anything I need really, they'll help me out. Like I recorded some songs that I didn't put on the tape with one of my with my guitar player. Okay. And they be willing to help me out for whatever because they passionate about their instrument, but also I try not to ask much of people anyway.
I feel you. I totally get that because I'm the same way too, so I understand that mindset. And as you were talking, I came with one last question, but one last question for real. What's your favorite song on your project and why? Or what's your two favorite songs on your project?
I want to add something like that.
Okay. You can look at him.
I really like These Thoughts a lot because, like I said, it's all like acoustic. And I like These Thoughts because it really talks about how my mind is, I got like a high level of anxiety, and people don't be knowing that shit, but I have so many thoughts about everything, and sometimes I'm really like a scatterbrain sometimes. So it talks about that, and it's just, it's put together so well to me. I love the way the raps came out. I know that the shit that I'm writing, I know that when I write it, to me it's so good. I'm not being cocky, but to me, the stuff that I'm writing, like the verses that I wrote on These Thoughts, they so good to me that I know that it was like God or like the universe, somebody helping me write this shit. So I really like that one. And I also love the first single that I put out. It's called Art Form. Well, that ain't really the first single I put out, but that's the single I put out before the release party. And Art Form is just kind of like gritty, but then I'm also singing on it. I love it. It's like, it's also produced by my DJ and my drummer. And it's like flowy. It's like a synth on it. And it's like, and then I'm singing on it, but then I'm also like hitting hard. So I really fuck with both of those songs. Okay. Heavy.
Could you give us a few bars from These Thoughts, man?
Absolutely, yeah. My friend is Henny, she calms the alarm and nerve, turns me to omnivert, the toxic that I observe, made me socially awkward, I'm cautious without my words, plus if I share my thoughts, they probably think that I'm disturbed. I've learned, I need to be not easily deterred, not trying to see what happens if rap is a dream deferred. I've learned they nap on nappy, trying to last, see how human, you see how armed my hue is, they think I'm armed so they shooting, but all along they can't prove it.
Bars. So, funk blast and flex drop.
Think?
Yeah.
We'll add that.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of enjoying the conversation. I can't think of any questions in particular. I'm just kind of liking hearing you talk over your story. You know, you got anything that you want to share? You got anything that you feel like people need to hear?
Well, two things. So one thing is about, I actually was just talking to Chanel about this earlier, and she mentioned it to me, and it was just reaffirmed because I talked to my cousin about it earlier too. He was like, your words is powerful, man. Like, and sometimes I don't be realizing that like there is power, and we can speak things into existence. You know what I'm saying? We can manifest the things that we want. Even yesterday, like in my housewarming or whatever, I'm like, okay, I need this, I want this. The person that I asked to bring it didn't bring it, but somebody else brought it. Like, it's just, we can truly have what we want in life, but we just kind of gotta just believe that shit. And like, I also have them write affirmations so I got like this whole wall of affirmations and poetry and pictures. Even in my bathroom, I got like poetry and shit. So, I I had them all write affirmations, and one of the affirmations said, they did not put their names on it. I don't know why. Why wouldn't you put your name on it? So I don't know who wrote this, but it says, I believe in myself more than anything in this world. What? You know? And I really like that. I think if we believe that, you know, we understand that words have power, and we really believe that we can do whatever it is we set our mind to, we can do that shit. And like, that's one thing, you know. Yeah.
I understand. That's a principle that I live by as well. I try to be very particular about the words that I use because words have power. So little nuanced things, like, you know what I mean, just saying you can't do something, or like a lot of times we'll use like minimizing language about something, like just a little, like don't call it little because it could be pivotal if you allow it. You don't know what it can become. So, no, I totally understand that, and it's really good that you appreciate that, but you're in a position to mold minds with that kind of logic, you know what I mean?
I was just thinking that, like, sometimes my students, they always say shit like, you dumb, or like they'll say that to each other. Like, of course they're not saying it to me, but they'll say it to each other. I'm like, don't do that, you know what I mean? So don't speak things over people's lives. Like, be careful with what you say, and you know, if somebody calling you out your name or speaking on you, you really don't even need to be friends with them. Like, I don't want my energy. It takes time to learn that stuff, but like, I don't want the energy around me to be stupid. Like, I don't want the energy around me to be full and like low frequency. You know? So I try to instill that in them too, like, nah, stop calling her stupid, stop. You know what I mean?
That shit will bring you down. And one of the few rules that we had at 8458 when we were doing the show over there was respect. Period. Like, a lot of open mics will tell you respect the mic. Our thing was respect everything. Respect life, respect the neighborhood, respect the other patrons, respect yourself. Because ultimately the energy that you give out is what you're going to get back. And the way you treat other people normally is a reflection of how you feel about yourself.
Absolutely.
So if you treat people like shit, there's probably something insecure about you.
Absolutely. And that's a very interesting, it's like an interesting concept. I really wonder, now the energy part is true, the energy part. But some people receive sometimes bad shit happens to like good people or whatever.
Sure.
And it just makes me wonder, like, it's like certain people in society that kind of got a higher, you know, advantage over us and stuff. Like a certain level of privilege or whatever. And I really wonder, do their energy resonate on the same frequency? Like, are they receiving bad karma? You know what I'm saying? Like, do they get bad karma? Do bad shit happen to them too? Or are we the only people that suffer karma?
Can I answer that? Or my opinion of it? Because
I mean, yeah.
my opinion, one good kind of quote that I learned recently is that what people do to you is their karma, how you react is yours. I think everyone has karma, and I'm particular about words. Just because
people that do evil shit, do everybody that do evil shit get karma? That's what I want to know.
I think so. I don't know. I can't say that I know, but I see things manifest in certain ways, and ultimately because I feel like your bloodline, your lineage is kind of a continuation of your energy. You might die before the shit comes back, but your kids might have to do it.
Okay. Damn. That's real. That's super real. Okay. That's the thing. I think that's.
Because I think that, sorry to interject, but I think that, I think Trump, somebody made it was a comedian, and he was like, you know how they said, you know, your karma gonna come back? Some people really don't get their karma in this way. Like Trump, I don't think he even cares about karma. Like, he probably just living in his karma however he's pleased with it, but.
This nigga coked up, man.
But the backlash will be his kid. The backlash will be his wife. The backlash will be whatever his legacy that he leaves on this earth. Because I feel like some people like him, they don't even care. Like to them, it's like, I don't believe in karma. So I feel like if you don't believe in something, it's not going to happen to you.
I think Trump believes in karma. I just think life, to me, like I said, it's not good or bad. It's more cause and effect. You can do whatever the fuck you want to. You just have to be prepared to take what comes with it. And there's not to... I think that there's shit that happens to him and shit that he's dealt with. But I also think there's lessons to be learned by his actions. I think it's important that people become less apologetic about who you are. I think that's a skill that everyone should learn, especially women, especially black people, and minorities, because when you're in a society that's run by a certain group of people that look a certain way, you may be told that you're wrong for being who you are.
Absolutely.
And I think some principles that Trump has is something that a lot of people should adopt. It's
Like
just
Kanye.
yeah, a lot of times we just don't like we don't like the messenger, but the message to me is like, do you, and don't apologize for saying what you say. And I think Trump panders too. I think the same way that Democrats pander to poor black people, he's pandering to poor white people. Because black people will never vote for him to begin with. So why would I even try to sell y'all tickets? Let me go with the people who I know gonna fuck with me. I don't think he necessarily believes everything that he says, but he's a good salesman. He knows his brand.
Damn, that's deep.
So, I mean, I think that's kind of what Trump is. I don't know that he's sincerely racist. I think he don't like anybody who don't fuck with him. He'll go on an old white man. He said John McCain, who's like an American war hero, he was like, he gave him shit. Like, he'll go with anybody who don't fuck with him. So, I don't think he likes anybody who doesn't fuck with him. I don't know that he's necessarily racist. I just think he panders because it's what's going to put him in a position of power ultimately.
Yeah.
But
That's deep.
that's what I see. But I think everyone has to deal with karma. So I think universal law isn't biased. Regular law is implemented by people. We have our natural inclinations to do certain shit, but universal law don't give a fuck. So.
Real. My last thing that I want to say is we need to make sure that we pour into the youth. We have to. It's our duty. If we want the world to be better, we got to pour into the youth. Because if we don't do it, then nobody will. It's like similar to the black woman mantra, like, fuck it, I'll do it. Like, let me do it. But the thing about the youth, the thing about people pouring into people is that when you pour into people, you get poured into too. It might not even be from the original source. The love that you give will always be returned to you, and it's like another form of karma. So we have to pour into the youth. Like, we have to listen to them. We have to let them know that I'm not going to say they matter. Like, I'm not going to say it in that way because that shit kind of sound corny or whatever, but they do matter. So I did say it, whatever. They matter, but they also need to know that what they feel and what they think is also valuable. Because if they don't feel like that, you kind of disable them. They need to know that they are valued and that somebody cares about if they aren't around. Somebody cares if they are around, Pour into the youth. And that's how I'm going to end that. Come see me July 20th. It's on a Friday. It starts at 8 p.m. and it's $7 to get in. And talk to me when you see me.
You can support black artists, a black-run business, black vendors, and black visual artists, and just dope artists, regardless of color. They're all talented and contributing something to society.
And they're good people. And they're also good people, and it's in a very great location. Ran by very amazing black men. And yeah, am I missing anything? I also check out Negro Heart too.
Definitely. Where can they find that?
You can find that on SoundCloud. I have yet to put it on other platforms, but it'll be there soon. SoundCloud is decent too. Y'all gotta stop sleeping. Like, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, all of the anythings. A Young Negro Heart. Yep. Thank y'all.
Thank you.